Now My Hero is an anime that has a wide variety of powers and abilities in the show. Quirks in My Hero are essentially what make up a good or bad hero. With having special abilities that help them compete in battles, it got me thinking about one thing. What if NBA players, much like My Hero heroes, possess quirks based off their skills and abilities? NBA players have a variety of different playstyles that captivate fans, and based off many of their styles of play alone, I found it pretty easy to find quirks that perfectly fit them. Now if you want to take part in these videos, make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and if you like these type of videos, feel free to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified when I post. Now Aizawa's Erasure Quirk, in my opinion, is one of the most overpowered abilities in the show. With being blessed with a quirk that allows you to literally erase other quirks by just looking at it, he possessed easily one of the strongest defensive quirks in the show. And with being able to neutralize many very powerful villains, Aizawa uses quirk to very easily climb up the ranks of the My Hero world and also become one of the most valuable heroes. Now unlike most powers in My Hero, Erasure is only as good as the user makes the ability. In order to use it to its maximum potential, you have to be able to keep your eyes open for a long period of time, be able to strategize and predict your opponent's movements, and it also requires a lot of physical qualities as well. Now a lot of players in the NBA deserve this quirk, but based off what we've seen in just one season, what player better fits this ability other than Wemby? Now Wemby is a player who we could clearly see puts fear in his opponent's eyes. With his ability to make players recommit from shooting the ball by just his sheer presence is one of the main reasons why this quirk fits him perfectly. With being just a rookie and being one of, if not the best shot blockers in the league, it's safe to say much like Aizawa, Wemby has the defensive skill set to make many players, including star players, completely useless. With his ability to not only be an intimidating presence, but also be one of the biggest interior threats to any offense, is one of the reasons why Erasure is one of many quirks that fits him perfectly. Now One For All is a power that allows the user to not only pass their abilities, but also use the previous quirks of the previous user. So to put it in shorter terms, it's an ability that can make you easily the most complete and powerful fighter in the world. With being such a versatile power, it allows the user to pretty much be effective in every aspect of battle. With not only granting the user insane power, it also gives the user the ability to airwalk, assist other heroes, and even gives the user danger sense, which plays a role in increasing the user's battle IQ. So with this power being possessed by some of the greatest heroes in the show, what better player fits this quirk other than someone like LeBron James? Now LeBron James, as we all know, is by far one of the most complete basketball players we've ever seen. With being dominant in almost every aspect of hoops, LeBron has proven time and time again that there isn't much he can't do on the court. Whether it comes to shooting, passing, or even defense, LeBron has been able to put numbers in almost every statistical category. But besides his stats, skill-wise, LeBron's playstyle can be seen as a collection of greats before him. For example, with being one of the best passing fours of all time, it's easy to tell he was inspired by guys like Magic Johnson. And with other fours with similar playstyles as him emerging in the league, it's safe to say much like All Might, the way Bron plays the game has also been passed down through the new generation of hoops. Now imagine having a quirk that can let you hit any target in your field of view. Well, that's exactly what the homing quirk is. The homing quirk is the ability currently possessed by Snipe. In the show, Snipe uses this ability to lock onto any target that's in his field of vision. One of the many positive things about this ability is that no matter how far the target is, it can pretty much hit anything from anywhere. With being able to shoot and hit a target from a long distance of at least 600 meters, one of the only NBA players in my opinion who clearly possesses this quirk is none other than Steph Curry. Curry, as we've known for these past years of him terrorizing the league, is one of, if not the NBA's greatest long-range specialists. With his ability to shoot and knock down a three from pretty much anywhere on the court, it's hard not to give Curry a quirk like homing. As we've seen, it doesn't matter where Curry is shooting the ball from or how many people are guarding him, once he releases his shot, it's more than likely going in. With being viewed as a long-range threat, much like Snipe, is the main reason why this quirk fits him so well. Now there's many quirks that could propel a character to reach top speeds, but one of the fastest quirks introduced to us in the show is none other than the engine quirk. The engine quirk grants the user engine-like protrusions in their body that allows them to move at extremely fast speeds. This power lets the user get from one place to another in just a split second, which overall for their opponent makes it hard to catch and keep up with them. Now one of the ultimate moves that this ability has is Reciprocal Boost, which allows the user to move at an even faster and more powerful speed. So with all that being said, what other player fits this quirk other than the fastest player in the NBA currently, De'Aaron Fox? Now De'Aaron Fox-Semeni has been crowned currently one of the fastest players in the NBA. With his ability to go from one end of the court to the other in what seems to be a blink of an eye, only reminds me of the qualities of having the engine Quirk. With Fox being able to seemingly turn on the jets to devastate his opponents is one of the main things that makes him a tough player to guard, due to the fact that there isn't many defenders who could keep up with him while he's going downhill. Not to mention, the explosive boost having the engine Quirk gives you perfectly matches Fox's explosive nature at times. Now the cement Quirk gives the user the ability to make any cement based material. As long as the user is in contact with any form of concrete, they can manipulate and weaponize it against almost any opponent. But one of the things that this Quirk is used for is for trapping and stopping many opponents' attacks. This Quirk is one of the Quirks that are truly built to benefit and help your comrades a little bit more than yourself. So with the defensive ability of this Quirk alone, one of the only players I could think of that fits it perfectly is none other than Bam. Now Bam in the league is arguably one of the best defenders currently. With his ability to pretty much lock up 1 through 5 positions, it's safe to say that it's hard for really anything to get past this dude. With the cement Quirk basically giving the user the ability to pretty much stop almost any attack from being able to penetrate the user, I feel like for the defensive advantages alone, this Quirk is perfect for someone like Bam. Now Airwalk is one of the many Quirks that's possessed by All For One. It's an ability that grants the user the power to pretty much levitate and move through the air as they please. One of the many advantages of this Quirk is that it gives the user the ability to pretty much gain higher ground than their enemy. Plus it's also used to help fire aerial attacks at your opponents as well. All For One and the original possessor of this Quirk was able to gain heavy advantage over their opponent due to them having full mobility in the air. So with that in mind, what other NBA player fits the description of this Quirk more than Ja Morant? Ja Morant is a player who we see night in and night out show off his crazy athleticism. One of the things that Ja Morant is known for skill-wise is his ability to jump out of the gym. With having the air time to literally put any player in the NBA on a poster and also pull off some pretty insane moves while being in the air is one of the many reasons why the Airwalk Quirk fits Ja Morant perfectly. Not to mention, Airwalk not only gives the user the ability to go high up in the air, but also levitate. And it's safe to say, judging by Ja Morant's hang time around the rim, it's fair to say that he levitates above the rim and his opponents as well. The copy Quirk is a Quirk that allows you to copy almost any Quirk at a basic level by just a single touch. And depending on how hard you train, the user is able to hold multiple amounts of Quirks to use. Now in my opinion, with the ability to copy any power, makes this easily one of the most overpowered powers in the show. But on the downside, this ability can only be activated temporarily. Another downside from this Quirk is that it's completely reliant on how powerful the person you're copying from is. But despite all the flaws, it essentially gives you the potential to be one of the most useful heroes in battle. So with that being said, what other player fits the copy Quirk better than Jason Tatum and Kobe Bryant? Now Jason Tatum, as we all know, is a player who we see completely idolize Kobe. Now even though it's not necessarily a bad thing, we see time and time again him trying to mimic a lot of legendary moments Kobe created. From practice shirts to armbands and picks, Jason Tatum isn't a player who hides his love for being. And Kobe Bryant is a player who, much like Tatum, idolized another former player in MJ. With being the closest thing we've seen to Jordan, Kobe when he was playing had an almost identical play style to the GOAT. With copying and improving moves such as his fadeaway, it only makes sense for the copy Quirk to fit Kobe as well. The IQ Quirk, unlike any Quirk, doesn't give you any physical advantages over your opponent. Instead, it increases your overall intellect and multiplies your IQ by making you a super genius temporarily. This Quirk allows the user to come up with complex plans and strategies to take down an opponent in the most efficient way. It also gives the user the ability to close their eyes and think of many different equations and outcomes. This Quirk is not only perfect for the user, but also perfect to put others in position to be effective in battle. So what other player fits the IQ Quirk other than the point guard himself? Chris Paul. Now Chris Paul's a player in the league who's found success off his decision making and IQ. With his ability to understand each defense and make reads to make plays easier for his teammates, it's hard not to give him a Quirk like the IQ Quirk. For a player like Chris Paul, who's by NBA standards not so blessed physically, he had to understand the game of basketball on a deeper level for him to last long in the league. As much as he's disliked by fans, you can't deny that on the court, he's by far one of, if not the most tactical players we've seen in NBA history. And this is proven with his ability to not only set himself and his teammates up to score, but also his ability to understand the rules and manipulate them to draw fouls. With his ability to also be 2 steps ahead of his defender is another reason why this Quirk fits him so well. Now, if you like shows like Jujutsu Kaisen and want to see your favorite Jujutsu Kaisen character be compared to NBA players, feel free to check out my last video. Lastly, if you have any shorts, reels, or TikTok videos you want edited, I'm offering my service to help edit videos for a cheap price. So if you're interested in me editing your videos, check out my Fiverr link in the description. If you like these type of videos and want to see more, please like, comment, and subscribe. For more content, follow my TikTok and Instagram. Thank y'all for watching.